You know, some of the stuff I do through cross-cultural, I talk a little bit about the extended family, and to help to understand how the traditional Aboriginal family worked and how the extended family worked. And just for example, traditionally, and even though we might say auntie and uncle today, but traditionally, all our mothers' sisters were our mothers. All our mothers' brothers were our fathers. And so uncle and aunties didn't exist. So if you think about a child being taken away from not just one mother, but many mothers. And there were many mothers because cousins didn't exist. All your cousins were your brothers and sisters. So if you think about your mother and all her sisters, but all of her cousins who are girl are sisters too. So that's, you know, you can end up with lots and lots, you know, hundreds of mothers. And I know sometimes when I'd go back up into the Pinjarra lands with an extended family up there, and I'd sit down and old Jumma would say, see, that's your family over there, and there's your other brother, sister, mother, father, and the extended family is huge. And it's a social structure that works. So the very young have many mothers and fathers. Then all your uncles and aunties are your mothers and fathers. And with your grandparents traditionally, there was your grandparents that did most of the teaching. And but it was the same as grandmother and grandfather on your mother's side and your father's side. But all your grandparents, brothers and sisters, are your grandparents. So you had many grandparents who took care of you. And then it'd be quite confusing because sometimes someone would say, oh, there's all your family, there's your brother, sister, mother, father, and see them two sitting over there. One of my jummels would say, see them two sitting over there, that's your son and your daughter. And it would confuse me because they're none of my brother's children, none of my sister's children, and they're much older than I am. They are your great-grandparents. Your great-grandparents become your children. So what that means then is when the elders get older, that means when the great-grandchildren grow up, the great-grandparents are much older and frail. And they call their great-grandchildren mother and father. So that means the elderly have many people to take care of them. So it was a cycle that went around. Now, to be taken out of that system and put in an institution or taken away from that as a stolen generation, you can see the enormous effect that it would have.